Hello, this is dumediat, and I'm back here on BremSter's channel to bring you a puzzle by BremSter called In Betwixt. He reached out to me asking if I'd be willing to solve this puzzle on his channel for you, so here I am today. I'm looking forward to it. For this puzzle, we have normal Sudoku rules, so every row, every column, and every 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. We also have dynamic fog. So if you're used to traditional fog puzzles and haven't solved dynamic fog, I'll walk you through this. So as we place correct digits within the grid, some of the fog will clear. Now in classic fog puzzles, if I were to place a correct digit in this cell, for example, the fog in this cell and in the surrounding cells would clear. But in dynamic fog, if I place a correct digit in this cell, for example, it may do the same thing as normal fog and remove the fog from these cells. It may reveal clues under the fog somewhere else in the grid, or it may not do anything. So we don't have necessarily an immediate notification that we placed a correct digit in this. So we'll see that as we go through the puzzle. I'll point that out when it happens. We also have between lines. So imagine, I want to draw this in. Imagine we have a line that looks like this. Well, I'll actually do it off so we can see it somewhere else. Let's say we have a line over here. So the digits on a line must be strictly in between the digits that are placed in the circles. So if I were to put a 1 and a 4, oops, I shouldn't do that. A 1 and a 4 in these cells, then these digits in these lines must be in between the 1 and the 4, so they'd have to be 2 and 3. And digits are allowed to repeat on these if allowed by other rules. So we could have, for example, something like this. Oops. Where I put, for example, a 1 and let me put it down here just so I can show that. I could put a 1 and a 4 here and have 2, 3, 2, and that would still be a valid between line. Okay. And now there's a few other rules since this is a fog puzzle. Each line is going to have a unique color. So this one's red. There's going to be other colors presumably in the grid somewhere. And the lines do not overlap or intersect one another. So we can't have two different lines entering the same cell. And also the lines either go through cells, either straight through the cells like this for this cell, or it would turn at a 90-degree angle. So we're not going to have any between lines that look like this, for example, where we have a 45-degree angle in those cells. And finally, we have ratio pairs. So the digits separated by a black dot must be in a 1-to-2 ratio. So for example, if this one was a 2, then this one can either be a 1 or a 4. In other words, one of the digits has to be double the other. I shortened the rules here on the screen from the ones in the actual puzzle link, but just to save on some space, but I'll explain anything else throughout the solve. Please give this one a try. For now, I'm going to reset my timer and give this one a shot. So we have a rule here with these between lines where we know that these lines are going to go we know that this line is coming into this cell and it can only go at a 90-degree angle, so we have to go straight down. And then we see this line's doing the same thing over this way. This line, we see it's not coming into this cell, so we know it has to travel this way. And one other thing we can keep an eye on with these, couple things with between lines. So for one thing, 1 and 9 can never be on a line. Because the digits on the line have to be in between the digits in the circles. So one thing we can see already is these two cells, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits on this. So we know that in this box, we can't put 1 and 9 anywhere on this line. So this is going to be a 1-9 pair, but this black dot we can't put a 9 on because the other cell would have to contain an 18, which is not going to happen in this puzzle. So we get a 1 here. Notice there was no fog cleared when I placed that 1, so this is how dynamic fog works. Doesn't mean this is wrong. We get a 9 here, again, because we can't put 9 anywhere else in the box. And this black dot means we need to put a 2 here. Ah, cool. So we get some more information here about between lines. And we also see we've got this line kind of being drawn down, so we know this is the exact makeup of this between line here. Now we've got some other between lines, so we've got some green lines coming in through here. Let's see what we know about these. We can use similar logic that we used before where we've got 1 and 9. The other thing we know is we've got 7 cells here, again, in one box that are on this same between line. Remember, each between line has a unique color, so the green one here has these 7 digits. And so we're using the digits 2 through 8 on this line. And these two circles have to be outside of those, so we know that this is also going to be a 1-9 pair, because for example, if I were to put an 8 in one of these circles, then these would all have to be from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we've got 6 digits to place in 7 cells, so we're going to have to repeat a digit if I do that. So this is also a 1-9 pair, but this one up here means this is a 9. Oh, get some more. And this is a 1. Cool. So we get some more between lines. Now, what I don't know is I can still exit out of this box, I believe, with these lines. So this can still kind of go outside. Because remember, we can repeat digits. But at least we know sort of how this box is made up. Okay, and we've got some stuff going on here at the bottom of the grid too. I'm also noticing, oh, well, one thing I noticed here, remember keeping track of 1s and 9s. Where is 9 going to go in column 2? We know we've got these two 9s, so 9 is going to be down here somewhere, but we can't put 9 on a between line. And we know this blue line goes into these cells, so we know a 9 is going to go here. Get some more information. Can we do something similar with 1s? I don't think yet. We know 1 is going to be over here somewhere. And so 1 will be in this box in column 2. We can look at this orange line. We know this isn't coming down. I think this is going to look similar to what's in box 1, where we've got this. And so again, where is 1 and 9 going to go in box 3? We can't put it on any cell that has a line in it. So again, we're going to get a 1-9 pair. And this 1 means this is going to be a 9 and this is going to be a 1. So in row 2, 1 and 9 go in these cells. Got this sort of pattern here with 1s and 9s. And then again, looking at 1s down this way, 1 in this box will be in one of these 3 cells, but there's between line in these 2 cells. So 1 will go here. Takes 1 out of this cell. Okay. No, I don't know if I can do anything else with 9s in this box. We know 9 is in one of these 2 cells because it can't be here because of the line. So 9 will be here, and the 9 will be in one of those 2 cells by Sudoku. And this one takes 1 out of here. All right. Maybe we can do something with these lines now. I don't think, again, we don't know if this between line comes out of this box or not, but we at least know like 2 is going to be a little restricted, but not that much. We don't know much else about that. 1 and 9 in the circles of a between line is the least restricting, obviously. So these digits really can be anywhere. But let's see, if I draw this one in. So again, we know that between lines don't intersect one another. So I'm wondering if it's possible that this line doesn't grow to the right. We know it's not taking this cell because there's no line in it. So if we did that, we'd have to go around like this way. We have to come through here. We'd already break, actually. If the between line took this cell, it would have to be a circle. But we know each between line has its own unique color, and I drew over this one, but we know that this line and this line are the same. So it can't come up and go around because number one, it would run into this 1, 9 and have to have a circle there. But even if you didn't see that, you can travel through this way, and now it's either going to overlap with orange or green, which isn't allowed. So we know that this between line goes to the right. And now we know this line doesn't come into here, because if it did, it wouldn't be able to go anywhere. So it connects this way. And so this is our blue between line. And now we're going to have another color here. I want to make this gray, I think. Is that the same? It's close, but I don't want to make 2 blue lines or 2 green lines. So I'm just going to draw this like this and like this. And again, this doesn't come up. And if it doesn't go left, we're going to run into this same problem where we're going to draw this over to here, and then we're either going to overlap one of these 2 lines. So we know this does go left. We don't know, this could sort of dip down here. We don't know that yet. But at least we do know that these cells are all part of the same line here. Okay. I do notice that looking at this row, we're sort of limited on where 1s and 9s can go. Because again, we've got 6 cells taken up by between lines. And so these 3 cells will contain, 2 of them will contain 1 and 9. 1 will be in one of these 2 cells, and 9 can't go here, so it'll be in one of these 2 cells. Oh. So here's something interesting. We can't have 9 in either of these circles, and we also can't have 1 in either of these circles. So this is going to be between 2 and 8. And so the digits on the line, again, have to be, the upper bound is 8, the lower bound is 2, so the digits on this line have to be between those. So these are going to be between 3 and 7. And I think, yeah, it's going to be this, well, maybe not the same here. Well, these are going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this line. And maybe it's going to come down here too, but at least these 3 cells. This one can't have a 9 in either of these on its ends. So again, the highest digit it can have on here is 8. Oh, sorry, and the circles can be 8. So the highest digit here on the line is going to be 7, just like this one. But this cell can, this circle can't be a 1, but this circle can be. I don't necessarily, I'm going to delete these pencil marks because it's a little bit too much for me, but I'm noticing that this, so this is going to be between 2 and 7. And that's going to give us a lot, actually. So I mentioned 1, 1 and 9 in this row, but now where's 8 going to go? Because the highest digit in any of these circles is 8, based on the positions of the 9s. And so 8 can't go in the lines either now. 1 and 9 were already by default. So this is actually a 1, 8, 9 triple, where 9 is not here and 1 is not here. That's pretty cool. It's nice geometry there. So we have a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sextuple, I suppose, in these cells, and 2 has to go on this line. Okay. I usually don't pencil mark across boxes, and in fact, this can't be a 2. But just to highlight the point, I'll remove that corner mark in a minute. But we know 2 is on this line. And so one of the 2 circles at the ends of the line has to be 1, and it can't be this one. So this has to be a 1. So that's not a 1. And now we have an 8, 9 pair in the row, so this is a 1. Still didn't get any more fog revealed, but it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this 2 here. Okay, so this is going to be, we need at least 3 different digits on here. But like this could be repeated in this, like this digit could be repeated here, and this digit can be repeated in one of these two. So we don't need to have 5 different digits. So this could be as low as like 2, 3, 4. So this is at least 5. And it's not 8. Oh, because of this line. Yeah, so this is an 8. So again, if this was 8, then this would have to be like 8.5. And that doesn't work. So this is 5, 6, or 7. So this is between those. So this is 6, 7, or 8. Now, since the highest digit on here is 7, there can't be a 7 in here. So there needs to be a 7. This is really cool. There needs to be a 7 on this between line now in one of these 3 cells. So now the upper bound of the circles has to be at least 8. And we know it can't be 9 already because neither of these circles can be 9. So there is an 8 in one of those 2 cells. So then now this can't be an 8. This is the 9. And this is the 8. Cool, we got Sudoku digits now. Okay, so I see some Sudoku I can do already, but let me get rid of these 7 so that doesn't confuse me. So now one of these is 8. Oh, and it's not this one. So we actually get this 8. And so again, we only need, if this were to connect this way, just like this, we'd only need 3 different digits again, because here this digit can repeat here, this digit's one of these 2. So this could be like 5, 6, 7, and this can be as high as 4. So that's 2, 3, or 4. Okay, so now the Sudoku I mentioned, looking at 8s, we've got these 2 8s. So in box 5, 8 is in one of these 2 cells, but it's not here. And it's not here because that's one of our circles. So this is an 8. 8 is in one of these 2 cells. So it's not here. This can no longer be a 7 because then this would be a 6 and be outside. So that's a 6. Now these can't be 6 because it knocked down our degrees of freedom by 1. So there's a 6 on this now. I can probably, oh, this 2 comes out of here. I didn't do my Sudoku when all these digits got revealed. I had pencil marking checked up, but I wonder if I didn't, if it would kind of, if it would know that these given digits were hidden behind the fog. I haven't played with fog puzzles too much to know. What else? What other Sudoku can we do? 2, 5, 6, and 7. Here. This is either 5. Oh, I'm seeing this now. This 6 makes this a 7, which doesn't change anything with this cell. It can still be 5 or 6, but we do get a 5 here. Now this row needs a 2, 6, and 7. So 7 can't be here or here. So this is a 7, and this is a 2, 6 pair. This is between 2 and 7. So it's 2, can't be 3, could be 4, could be 5, can't be 6 or 7. Okay, so it's 2, 4, 5. This box needs 1, 3, and 8. So this is 3, 8. This is 1 or 3. 1, 3, 8. Okay. Always find it hard when I've already done a bunch of pencil marking and then now I've got 9 given digits all of a sudden, just trying to do the homework here and clean up the pencil marks. 2 is in one of these 2 cells. Surprisingly, it didn't give us much information about the between lines either. the direction of them. Oh, this is a 1-9 pair now. So 9 in column 5. 9 can't be here because of the 1-9 pair. Can't be here because of the between line, so that's a 9. Okay. Let's see, what did I miss from a Sudoku standpoint? 8s. 8's down here. 8's in one of these two cells. 7, oh, 7's not here. So 7's in one of these two because we need a 7 in the row. 7, this box is here. And it can't be in this cell because we know this is on this between line and the digits on it can't be higher than 5. So that's a 7. In fact, I can just put 3, 4, 5 because it's not a 2. Still don't think we need 5 on this line. Do we? No, because this could be like 2, 3, 4, and then this could be one of these two. I'm just wondering if I can rule 5 out of this. This is from 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Seven in this box. 7 in this box can't be here or here, so 7's here. And then 8 in this box. Sorry, here by Sudoku, these 8's. Okay, and 6 in this box. Can't go in these cells because of this 6, so the 6 is here. The less restricting option. So this is from 3, 4, 5. Nope, not 5. In fact, this column needs 3, 4, and 8. This isn't an 8, so this is 3 and 4, so our 8 is here. 8 looks down, so it takes this 8 out, so this is 8, and this is 2 from our earlier pencil marks. Yep, by Sudoku, this is a 2. Takes 2 out of here. This between line is already going to be resolved no matter what. Let's see. This box, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in this box. Can't be in those cells by the given 7, so this needs to be a 7. And we said this line needs, this row needs a 7 in it, and the only place now we can go is here. And we get, okay, so this line does close this way because of this teal line here. Okay. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this row also needs 3, 4, 5, 6, but there's a 4. So 3, 5, 6. So the 4 in this row is here. It's not a 4. 4 in row 1. That could still go in 2 places. But it needs 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. So this is 3, 5, 6. So now we've got a quadruple here of 2, 3, 5, 6. So 2 isn't here and 6 is here. So this can't be 3, this can't be 3. That's a 1 with an 8. That's a 3. This isn't a 3. This needs to be 4 or 5 for the column. Now we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. So this needs to be a 7. That works by Sudoku. Probably a lot of different ways to get through the puzzle at this point. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 3 and 6 both go in this box. So this is also, this is either 4 or 5 because it's also from 3, 4, 5, 6. So this digit is actually going to go here in this box. Oh, and we probably have our at least this between line we know doesn't come down, so it goes this way. Because these don't have line in them. And also we know that this line comes up now. I know I've drawn over them, but the given line is below it, so that's given. Let's see. This row still needs 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not really restricted so much on here. I'm just wondering, keeping an eye on this to see if it can still be 4, and I think this can still be 5, 6. That would be okay. This is between at least 2 and 8, so it's from 3 through 7. Can't be 3 or 7, so this is 4, 5, 6. Doing a lot of pencil marking in this puzzle. 6 in this box is in one of these 2 cells, so it's not here. What else am I missing from Sudoku? 3 in one of these 2 cells. Oh, this 1 makes this a 9, and this a 1. That's probably been there for a while. That's 9, that's 1. This column, this is 3, 4, 5, or 6, but it's not a 6, so it's 3, 4, 5. And now where does 6 go in this column? It goes here. This column needs 3, 4, 5, 6. This isn't a 3. This isn't a 3. Oh, okay, so 2 in this box by Sudoku goes in one of these 2 cells. So this is a 6. And this is a 2. 6 comes out of here. And this isn't a 6 because of this, so this is a 4, 5 pair. Takes 4 and 5 out of those cells. So these are from 2 and 9. This 2 tells us that this is a 9 and this is a 2. This 9 also helped with that. This is for 3, 4, 5 for the row. We've got a 3, 4, 5 triple in this column, so we still need a 6, which goes here. Now we're getting that this green line closes here. And I can actually probably remove the lines now. I think this is pretty much known. Yeah. The rest of this will be Sudoku. This is 4 or 5. 2 in this box is going to go here. Okay. What kind of Sudoku am I missing here? Oh, okay. We got 3, 4, 5 triple in row 1, so this is a 6. Scanning, scanning, scanning. 3, 4. 4, 5, 2, 3, 5. Wonder if it has something to do with now these between lines. We've already got these limited to 2, 3, 4, 5. Making sure there's nothing simpler before I go down these lines of thought. So if this, I'm trying to go with the more restrictive option. If this is 4, this becomes a 5-6 pair. And this becomes a 5-6 pair. Oh, no, it's a little bit easier than that. Not a lot easier than that, but this can't be a 2. If this is a 2, then in box 8, our 2 goes here, but it would be on the same between line. So this 2 would not be in between these two circles in that case. So this isn't a 2, this is a 2, and this is a 2. Okay. This column of 5 is up here with our 3, 4, 5 triple, so 5 is not in this cell. 5 is here, the box. I don't know if we get... Oh, in this row, 6 goes here. So 6 doesn't go here. So in row 8, the 6 goes in this cell. Is that our last 6? Yeah, 6 goes here. Well, it's these cells and these cells, so we've got 2 left to place. This 2 rolls 2 out of here. So this is our 2 for the box. Is that all the 2s? Yes. So it's just 3s, 4s, 5s, and the last couple of 6s. So if this is a 4, or is it more restrictive if it's a 3? So if this is a 4, this is a 5-6 pair, and this is a 3. One way to look at it is 3 is in one of these two cells, so that's not a 3. This is a 4. This is a 5. Because it would have to be in between. And oh, yeah, that breaks. Okay, it's more straightforward than I was making it. If this is a 4, this is a 5 by Sudoku, but this is also a 5 by the between line because it would have to be between 4 and 8. So that would put 2 5s in box 8. So this is a 3. Very tricky ending to this puzzle, but also very cool step. So this isn't a 6. This 3 makes this a 6. This is a 4 or 5 pair, so that's a 3. That's a 3. It's not a 3, so that's a 3. And now 5 here. I bet there was something a lot easier I could have done now that I'm seeing this 5 looking at this cell, but I liked the step that I picked, and so we're going to run with that. This 3 makes this a 4, this a 3, this is a 5, this is a 4, this is a 5, 4, 5, 4. And this is a 5, and that's a 4 by Sudoku. Very cool puzzle. Again, that's in Betwixt by BremSter. Really fun geometry. I like the use of the fog in this puzzle where as soon as we kind of got the break in using 1s and 9s in these boxes, followed by the ratio dot to disambiguate the 1 9s, we got some more information here about box 5. And then once we sort of got this 1 9 pair, that gave us some more information about these, and then just sort of pathing this around. I think probably the hardest step is this, to notice these restrictions in row 8 based on what can go in these circles, just sort of limiting where 1, 8, and 9 wins, and then further limiting based on sort of this between line capping the value of here. So we forced 8 up here. Really nice puzzle. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you have questions or if you saw something I didn't, but otherwise, have fun, and thanks for having me back on the channel. Hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye.